Hello, this is Marley Nadine with another video from Aries TV 33. Today I'm going to be describing the 12 different astrological houses and their meanings. So first off, the astrological houses describe areas where different influences take place. Each different house describes a different type of influence or a different type of thing. So throughout the whole year, you're going to go through different houses, and in different houses, you'll have different situations come up in your life. So first, let's go through and describe the first astrological house. So the first house is always representative of your rising sign. Your rising sign is not your sun sign, which a lot of people get confused with. Your rising sign is your rising sign. So you'd have to go to your astrological natal chart and figure out where your first house is. For me, my first house is in Sagittarius, which is my rising house, but that also happens to be my sun sign. And so, say for instance, you're a Gemini. Just because you're a Gemini does not mean that's where your rising sign is. And the rising sign is where your first house would be placed in. And now your first house describes your personality and how you are in the world. The first house is I am. That's representative of I am. So this is who you are, how you present yourself to the world, how you present yourself to others, and so on and so on. Now, the second house, which is astrologically represented by Taurus, which it's not always going to be that way in your chart, but astrologically that would be the second house. First house is Aries. Now, the second house is I have. Second house is representative by money, by properties, by your resources, your values, your money, your possessions, things of this nature. This is the second house, okay? Now, the third house astrologically is Gemini, which is I connect. This is your relationship with your siblings, learning, your mind, how your thought process works, you know, how you process things, and such on and such on. Fourth house is Cancer, astrologically, but in everybody's chart it is completely different. Fourth house is going to be for you how you nurture. It's mother energy, has to do with your mother, with how you connect, home, family history, and how you see yourself in life. Now, the fifth house, astrologically is going to be Leo. Leo is I create. So this deals with creativity, it deals with self-expression, leisure time, joy, and also love affairs. The sixth house representative is Virgo. Virgo is I serve. So Virgo is with your work. The sixth house is representative by work, health, services, skills, what you do, you know, for money. This is like the work house. This is how things come in. Okay, now we have the seventh house. The seventh house is astrologically representative by Libra, but in everybody else's chart it's different. So you'd have to know your first house to know your seventh house. The seventh house is I relate. So this is partners in all kind of relationships. This can be business relationships. This could be marital relationships, boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, friendships. Any relationship in general is going to be ruled by your seventh house. So seventh house, again, is I relate, and it deals with partnerships in general. The eighth house is astrologically representative by Scorpio. So in your eighth house, it's going to be I transform. So this is other values like sex, money, other people's values, things that are hidden, and the occult. So the eighth house can also represent like, you know, things about yourself that you hide from the world, things about you that are secretive, that are things that you just necessarily don't put out. This is represented by the eighth house. The ninth house is represented by Sagittarius, which is I believe. The ninth house is all about philosophical pursuits. It's about law, it's about travel, it's about exploration, adventure. This is kind of like in wherever your ninth house is placed, this is how you know, just have fun, how you learn about yourself, how you explore in the world, and these kind of things. The 10th house is representative of Capricorn, and this is I Master. This is where, you know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the father planet. So this has to do with career, this has to do with mastery, this has to do with your work life, and, you know, structure and just like formation. The 11th house is representative by Aquarius, and this deals with friendships, it deals with the collective mind, humanitarian acts, and also technology. And technology is also how we communicate nowadays through our friends and different things like that. So that's what Aquarius, or excuse me, the 11th house in exact is representative of. Now the 12th house in Pisces would be I understand. The 12th house has to do with your deep psyche, unconscious, collective unconscious, mysticism, dreams, and self-sabotaging. So that's all the 12 houses. I'd like to emphasize on the fact that the different signs, so for me, for instance, my rising sign is in Sagittarius. My second house is in Capricorn. So depending on where your second house is placed and what signs, it's going to have different influences on different parts of your chart. So like I said before, it's important that everybody go in and check out their astrological charts and figure out where everything is in your chart, because in different times of the year, based off of these things, you're going to be having different experiences and different situations happen to you based off of where your house is placed and what chart, what year, what star constellation. All these things have a deep impact on who you are and who you will become. So I appreciate you guys checking out my channel on Aries TV 33. I will be putting up more videos here pretty soon. Like, share, and subscribe, and keep in touch. I love you guys. Enjoy your night, enjoy your days, and Happy New Year, and Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.